right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, before we get started, we're going to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Shem, All right, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to all the sincere Akim. All right, this is another Godspeed, and through the Spirit, we want to do a lesson going into appreciating the brotherhood, man. All right, because the scriptures tell us that what? That the world shall know us by the love that we have for one another. All right, and as we get closer and closer, closer and closer to the day of Yahweh's return, we supposed to be getting closer.
That's right.
So that spirit of as a brother at the camp said, putting yourself on an island, trying to isolate yourself from the Akim in any way, shape, or form, is a totally off spirit, and it's not according to the spirit, man.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say too, and then you gotta, you gotta see the fact that the Lord said that He's going to set up a kingdom. The kingdom is, we're not waiting to go to we're waiting for the kingdom, we're waiting for the Lord to transfer the kingdom to us, but the kingdom is already here.
That's right.
All right, how I said the kingdom is within us, and we see that with the different brothers and the different camps. We are the kingdom. The same brothers that you're fighting alongside with are Lord willing, the same men that you're sitting on the throne next to in the kingdom to come. It's the riches and the power is given to us. But you got to remember that this is still the kingdom. You can't isolate yourself. I'm just in my kingdom. It don't work like that.
Right.
And there's a love of the brotherhood that we have to have for one another. Whether we fall, if one brother falls, another brother there to pick them back up.
That's right. And differences and issues will occur in the bodies, but as we using the measuring stick to do what? How to operate amongst these things. Yeah, if a brother offends you, you have Matthew the 18th chapter. Go to that brother, take it to him and tell him that he offended you. And if that brother hear you out, then you have received your brother. But a lot of men, because they don't believe that this is the kingdom of heaven, they don't believe in the brotherhood, they don't believe in these things, what do? As soon as a little controversy or issues occur, they throw the Bible out the window. And they return back to that nigga shit, man. All right, but that's not how we're supposed to be. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the...
Come. 1 Peter 2:9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood.
Yeah, a royal priesthood. It's a gathering of priests. And when you look into that, I think the Bible Hub or the Bible commentary on that scripture right there, when it says royal priesthood, it's speaking of a prophetic brotherhood. It's a brotherhood of prophets. So why would you isolate yourself from the other prophets? That doesn't make sense. So we're a chosen generation, found to be worthy thus far. But many are called, but few are chosen. So we're fighting diligently to be part of the chosen, right? So you're part of that. You should be thankful to be around men as such. Keep going.
All right. It says, and holy nation, a peculiar people.
A holy nation, a peculiar people. We're a holy, quadar, to be separate. Here it is, the Lord took us away from the world and put us amongst men that we have a commonality with. So why would you in your thick skull think that it's okay for the Lord to take you away from the world and then put you around like-minded men and then separate yourself from the like-minded men? You can't, it ain't that many categories. Either you're gonna be amongst the brotherhood or you're gonna be amongst the world. All right, keep going.
It says that ye should show forth the praises of him who has called you out of darkness in the marvelous light. That's what he just said. He basically called us out of darkness, out of this world, to bring you together with the other children of light, to bring forth his praises. And then not Yahweh Shai say that Yahweh Shai said, well, I mentioned it earlier, the kingdom of heaven is within you.
Right.
So we're all a royal priesthood called to bring light through Yahweh Shai to the rest of the elect. So we got to work together,
Yep. It be that westernized way of thinking that Jake brings right into the truth with him. Because the easternized way of thinking is you think about your nation first. Like Dame Dash, he's a demon, but he makes a statement that's true. He says, hustle for your last name, not your first name.
That's right.
And we do that for what? We hustle, and I'm using that word, loosely, but we hustle for our surname, we work for our surname, which is Israel. not for yourself. See, when men get in that spirit of isolating themselves, why are they doing it? Because they want to feel special for some inadequateness that they have within themselves. This isn't a platform to make yourself feel good, man. We're working here. All right. I got a quick one, real quick before we continue on, because this is Ecclesiasticus 37 and what is it? Oh man. All right, man. Continue down with the man. Oh, there we go. This is Ecclesiasticus 37 and 12. And it says, but be continually with a godly man whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou miscarry. So again, that's the brotherhood. The Lord has given us the wisdom of who we supposed to continue with. But a lot of Jake, they would rather continue in their walk with niggas in the world, with the people of the world. They put value in the people of the world before the brotherhood, right? That's an evil spirit, and that spirit we're seeing as of today, whatever date, 2019, is not a spirit you want to be in it. You can't continue on in that spirit. Right?
The reason why they won't do that is because they I knew someone who needs what I got. It don't work like that. You share the light, so then he can share the light, and he can share the light. You know?
That's right.
I'm going to continue reading. It says, which in times past were not a people, but are now the people of the Most High people. Right? Okay?
Not
Number
you.
one, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. All right? And I'm going to jump down.
Okay.
It says, I'm going to jump down to verse 16.
Matter of fact, actually read 12.
Let me read 12?
Read
Okay.
12, yeah. Read 12 on down.
Okay. Having your conversation honest among the Gentiles.
And that's a big part of it too. Having an honest conversation with the brotherhood. Having that godly conversation. See, a lot of times, what do Jake do? Jake get amongst themselves in their private quarters, and they talk shit about the brothers that they should be revering. You know? So you're supposed to have, what does it says, that having your conversations honest. All right? You're supposed to be showing forth that love of each other, not lying to one another. All right? Keep going.
It says that whereas they speak against you as evildoers, right? Because they don't understand the doctrine. It says they may be your good works, which they shall behold, glorifying the Most High in the day of visitation. Because at the end of the day, we're going to see, wow, everything that they've been doing is for the Lord.
That's right.
All right. It says,
Verse 13.
yeah, submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme.
Yeah, see, submit. Jake have a big problem because the scriptures say what? That our people are stiff-necked, hard-headed. They have a problem with submitting. And the ordinances are coming down from the apostles and elders that what? You got men unto this very moment. They don't want to submit to doing 3 videos a week. They don't want to submit to communion together, fellowship. That was an order. But men, because of the hard-headedness of them, they don't want to submit. Submit means to what? Sub under, and to admit, be under the rulership, man, subjected, basically, to ones that have the rule over you. All right? This is order. Scriptures say what? Let all things be done decently and in order, right? Keep going.
Right.
You got something? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it says, as free and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but it's the service of the Most High. Right? So we do have liberty, you know, in this truth. We have a certain amount of freedom, but we're supposed to use that to basically further the brotherhood, further the gospel, further what I just read earlier about further what the Gentiles see, because you want the elect to come in. You know?
That's right.
It says, matter of fact, let me read this real quick. This is Galatians 5 and 13. For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh. That's what men do. They use their liberty as an occasion to the flesh for their own thoughts, for their own selfish reasons, because of how I roll or how I move. And it's not about how you roll or how you move. Okay?
That's right.
Because we're a body. Okay? If the feet don't move, the hand is not going to be able to reach on that side of the street, because it's a part of the body. So everything works in unison with each other. Okay?
That's right.
It says,
Hey, what did that demon say? Nick Cannon and Drumline, or not Nick Cannon, but the drum, what are they called? The head,
Drum major.
Not the drum major, the director. The band
Oh yeah,
director.
yeah.
He said he had them continuously say what? One band, one sound. To do what? Push the unity amongst the whole unit. When you listening to a band or a symphony, unless there's a soloist, all you hear is all those sounds coming together as one.
the soloist still needs the band to make
Thank you.
the harmony.
Thank you. If that's the case, then that person that's so good at the violin or the cello or whatever wouldn't need to be part of the orchestra.
Right, exactly.
So again, we're a body, we're a unit. So we have to move this way. Okay?
It says, only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another.
Oh, and Jake have a problem with that, serving one another. Hey, our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, when he was on the scene, he washed the disciples' feet. How many of you men would wash a fellow brother's foot when he came to your house? Not many of you, man. The Lord don't even require that of us. He just requires us to be humble and in order and do the work. But a lot of men, what if that was the spirit? Now you gotta be able to wash. Hey, from here on out, when brothers come to your house, you gotta wash their feet.
Right. You got to keep the bowl of water by the...
And you gotta wash their feet.
Right.
Jake be like, hell no. You off.
Yeah, man.
All right, what you too good to serve your fellow brother? That's the spirit of an Israelite. You know, when you read all the accounts, those great men, what did they do? When somebody came to their house, they open up their door. Come in. Hell, Lot, for the sake of those angels that came to his house, he was offering up his daughters to the whole city. Because that's the love that we supposed to have for one another. But a lot of you will have $1,000 in your pocket and won't give a brother that's right next to you $10, man. Let's go ahead and finish this First Peter's up. We're gonna close it up.
Yeah, come on. This is verse 17. Honor all men, love the brotherhood.
Yeah, honor all men. All right. So you're supposed to walk with that honor spirit, even though the 2/3 is off. You're supposed to still have a certain level of dealing with them. Hey, like I'll speak about the brother should come in Detroit. He always make this point. Hey man, if let's just say you got a pizza, right? And the pizza got pork all over it, right? You're not supposed to just get that to it. You're not supposed to get that to a 2/3, man. Oh yeah, I don't eat pork, but you can. Nah, man. You're supposed to still have a level of dignity about yourself. Sometimes it's not about the next person, it's about how you view yourself. Do you view yourself as a king? Do you view yourself as a part of a brotherhood? Do you view yourself as part of something bigger than you? So then you're going to move with a certain energy. You're not supposed to just be off. The scriptures say that, man. Even within that law. Yeah, if something died, you could give it to a heathen. You can give that food to a heathen. But carry yourself as a dignitary, man. Have dignity. All right? So honor all men. Keep going.
Love the brotherhood.
That's in the scriptures, man. Love the brotherhood, man. Love the brothers that surround you. Because men is fighting. Men are sacrificing. Men are losing things. Men are carrying heavy burdens on themselves for what? To push the word, man. As Paul said, I endure for all things for the elect's sake. So why wouldn't you love a brother that's enduring all things right next to you? We supposed to be, when we come to camp and we come amongst each other, we shouldn't have to be looking at each other thinking that, man, that brother, he got demons on him. He want to kill me. And we've been in them situations with demons in the camp. You at camp trying to be in the spirit, reading his precepts, and something tell you to look to the right, and it's a brother just looking at you like, you ain't shit. That ain't no way to be, man.
That's a nigga spirit.
That's a real nigga spirit. All right, keep going.
It says, honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear the Most High, honor the king.
There we go. Honor the king, man. So there's certain, and whether you can receive it or not, hey, I'm gonna say it in the spirit, man. It's the heart. That's our king right now. He's the king of Israel right now. Through the spirit set up by Yahweh Shai. Whether you can receive it or not. So when he puts out certain orders, he has every right to put them orders out. No matter how small you may think it, no matter how great you may think it, it's an order. All right? So he say to do this or don't do that. Man, don't do it. Thus saith the Lord, because the Lord said what after that? Fear the Lord and honor the king, man. But again, men don't have integrity men don't have value within themselves. They really view themselves as a nigga. So how could a man with a nigga mentality look at you like you a king? It don't work that way, all right? So you got any closing points? We can close this up.
Hey, love the brotherhood, fear the Most High, honor the King.
There we go. Hey, so with that, man, we're going to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash. All right, we pray that this lesson was edifying and repeat the brother. Hey, love the brotherhood, man. So shalom.